Hi, second graders. Today we are going to start day 4 of our place value module. So today our objective is I can represent numbers up to 1,000 in hundreds, tens, and ones, in expanded form, and in written form. So today we're going to start with this number up at the top. So you'll notice there's 7 tens, 2 hundreds, 4 ones. And when you look at that number, you may notice that usually you see hundreds first, then tens, and then ones. So sometimes you have to double check because we might scramble up our tens and our hundreds and our ones. So we have to make sure that we put each place value in the right spot. So when we're looking at this, it says 7 tens. So I'm going to put my 7 tens in the tens place value. So let's count 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So the value of our 7 tens is 70. Next, we have our 2 hundreds. So that goes in our hundreds place value. 100, 200. So the value of our 2 hundreds is 200. And last, we have our 4 ones. So this will go in our ones place value. 1, 2, 3, 4. So when we read this number, 7 tens, 2 hundreds, 4 ones, the number is actually 274. Let's try another one. Now we have 3 hundreds and 14 ones. So let's start with our 300s. That's going to go in our hundreds place value. 100, 200, 300. Now let's do our 14 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. But wait a minute. Yesterday we talked about how you can't have more than 9 in a single place value, and this one has 14. So we have to take 10 of those ones out, and 10 of those ones become a 10. So now our number that was 314 ones is actually 314. So now let's look at some expanded form. On here, you'll notice again that some of our numbers are out of order. Normally, when we do expanded form, we see the hundreds plus the tens plus the ones. But this time we have our tens because there's 2 digits, then our ones, and then our hundreds. So we kind of need to unscramble it in order to write our number in standard form. So let's find the hundreds first. Let's see, these are tens, these are ones. So here's our hundreds. So I know that I'm going to have a 2 in my hundreds. Now let's look for my tens. There's my tens. I'm going to have a 5 in the tens. And then I'm also going to have a 5 in the ones. So this number is 255. Do you see how the 2 came from the hundreds? This 5 came from the 50. And then this 5 came from the 5. So we basically took each value. This 2, the value is actually 200. This 5, the value is actually 50. And this 5, the value is actually 5, but we just kind of scrambled them up. So now let's look at number 2. So now we have 500 plus something is equal to 504. So now we know our standard form. Our standard form is 504, but we're missing something. So let's start in this first place value. This 5, what's the value of this 5? The value of this 5 is 500. Oop, check, got that one. What about the 0? What's the value of the 0? Well, there's nothing there. What about the 4? The value of our 4 is just 4, so that's what goes in our blank because that's the one that's missing. So now let's look at number 3. We have 900 plus blank plus 5 equals, so that's our expanded form, and it has a blank in the middle. but I know my standard form is 935. So let's check to see which one's missing. I look at my 9 first, and I know the value of my 9 is 900. Oh, check, that one's there. All right, let's look at the next digit in the tens place. I see that I have a 3 in the tens place, and I know the value of this 3 is 30. I think that's going to be the one that's missing, right? Well, let's just double check. I have my 5 in the 1 spot, and I know that 5 is worth 5. So that's there. So that meant our 30 in the tens place, our 3 tens, was the one that was missing. 30. All right, let's look at this last one. I have 3 plus 80 plus something equals 383. So again, I have my standard form, but I need to fill in the blank on my expanded form. So let's start with this first 3. This first 3 is in the hundreds place. So I know the value of that 3 is 300. Is 300 the same as 3? No. So that might be the one we're missing. Let's double check. Let's see the other two. I have an 8 in the tens place value. 8 tens is worth 80. Do I have my 80? I have my 80. And then I have 3 ones. 3 ones, the value is 3. So check, I got that one too. That meant that our 3 in the hundreds place was the one that was missing. So I'm going to have my 300. Now let's practice some written form. I know we did it the other day, but now we have numbers that go into the 3 digits. So let's start with this one written out. This says 94. So written in standard form, it's just 94. How about this next one? Can you do this one on your own? I'll help you out by reading it. It says 582. Can you write 582 in standard form? Hopefully you wrote 582. Next, we're going to take the standard form and write it in words. So this one would be 118. Do you want to try this one on your own? Read the number and see if you can write it in words. Did you write 920? Hopefully. All right, so the last thing you have to do today is another online practice on Canvas. So it's going to give you some pictures of numbers using base 10 blocks. You just write the number in there. Same with the question number 2. Question number 3, it says write the standard form of this number. So remember, the standard form is just the regular old number. So I give you the expanded form, and then you'll write the standard form in the box. The next one, it says write the expanded form of this number. So this number is going to be in standard form, and now you're going to have to write the expanded form. So that's where you write how much each place value is worth with those plus signs in between. And the next one, it says write the standard form for this number. So here is this number written out, and you have to tell me just in numbers and in digits, what is that number? And the last one, it says write the written form for this number. So I have the number 862, so you're going to write that in words in that box. All right, I hope you have fun and good luck. If you have extra time, you're welcome to try those math games from day 1, or also jump on Khan Academy.